Good morning, students. We are going to start with the next lesson, which is dual nature of radiation and matter. So, we are going to fully see with the radiations and its properties and all this. Okay. So, first thing we are going to see is about the electron emission. Okay, how the electrons are emitted. When you consider a metal, the electrons in the outermost shells are loosely bound to the nucleus. Okay, so if this is a nucleus, and if you consider for metals, the electrons are loosely bound to the nucleus. Okay, and even at room temperature, there are large number of free electrons which are moving inside the metal in random manner. Okay, so even you consider at room temperature, these electrons will be moving in random manner. Okay, though they can move freely inside the metal, they cannot leave the surface. Okay, they can move freely inside the metal, but they will not be able to come out of the surface. Okay, and the reason is that when free electrons reaches the surface of the metal. Okay, so suppose if this is a metal, and the electron, when it is reaching the surface of the metal, what happens is they are attracted by the positive nuclei. Okay, so this is a nuclei which is there, and we know that the nuclei consist of the protons and neutrons. Okay, so the protons are positively charged, is it not? So the electrons are attracted by this positive nuclei, and this attractive pull which cannot allow the free electrons to leave the metallic surface. So because of this attractive force, it cannot leave the surface. Okay, because the electrons are tightly bound to the protons, okay, which are positively charged. So what it can do, they can just move inside the metal, but it cannot come out of the metal, whatever metal is considered. Okay, so the potential barrier which prevents the free electrons from leaving the metal surface, that is called as a surface barrier. Okay, if suppose this is the metal which you are considering. Okay, and here are the free electrons which are moving, and above this barrier these electrons will not be able to move. That potential barrier is called as what? The surface barrier. Okay, so the potential barrier which prevents the free electrons from leaving the metallic surface. So இந்த metallic surfaceல இருந்து leave ஆகாம எது வந்து அதை வந்து protect பண்ணுதோ, okay, which prevents the free electrons from leaving the metal surface, and that is called as a surface barrier. Clear? Next is the liberation of electrons from any surface of the substance, that is called as a electron emission. Okay, if suppose any electron is been coming out from any surface of the metal, then that is called as a electron emission. Clear? So the liberation of electrons from any surface of the substance, that is called as a electron emission. Clear with what is surface barrier and electron emission? Okay, so next is we are going to see with what is the minimum speed that is needed for an electron to escape from the metal surface, that is called as a work function. Okay, so we have just now we have seen that with some energy what can happen, the electron can come out of the surface. With what energy the electron can come out of the surface? So how much energy is needed? That energy is called as what? The work function. Okay, so the minimum energy needed for an electron to escape from the metal surface. So metal surface ல இருந்து எவ்வளவு எனர்ஜி இருந்ததுன்னா இது வந்து எஸ்கேப் ஆகலாம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, that is called as a work function. Okay, and that work function is denoted by phi naught, and it is measured in electron volt. Okay, it is denoted by phi naught, and the unit for that is electron volt. Clear? Next we have the work function of some materials. So we have the metals and the symbols of that and the work function value. Okay, first let us consider cesium. It is represented by the symbol Cs, and its value is 2.14. Okay, cesium Cs, and it is 2.14. Next, potassium, symbol is K, and the work function is 2.30. Okay, potassium symbol is K, and it is 2.30. Next, sodium, symbol Na, value is 2.75. Okay, cesium Cs 2.14, potassium K 2.30, sodium Na 2.75. Next, calcium Ca 3.20, calcium Ca 3.20, molybdenum Mo 4.17, molybdenum Mo 4.17, lead Pb 4.25. Okay, cesium Cs 2.14, potassium K 2.30, sodium Na 2.75, calcium Ca 3.20, molybdenum Mo 4.17, lead Pb 4.25. Next, aluminium Al 4.28, aluminium Al 4.28, mercury Hg 4.49, mercury Hg 4.49, copper Cu 4.65, silver Ag 4.70, nickel Ni 5.51, platinum Pt 5.65. Aluminium Al 4.28, mercury Hg 4.49, copper Cu 4.65, silver Ag 4.70, nickel Ni 5.15, and platinum Pt 5.65. Clear with this? Okay, so this is all about the work function of the material. Okay, so next we have the electron emission and its types. Okay, so what is an electron emission is, the electron emission is categorized into four types, and they are thermionic emission, field emission, photoelectric emission, and secondary emission. Okay, thermionic emission, field emission, photoelectric emission, and secondary emission. Yes, now we'll just see this one by one. First, thermionic emission. When the metal is heated to a high temperature, the free electrons on the surface of the metal get sufficient energy in the form of thermal energy. Okay, so suppose this is a metal, and if you are going to heat it, okay, what happens, all the electrons will get all the electrons on the surface of the metal get sufficient energy, and that energy is what, thermal energy. Okay, so that they are emitted from the metallic surface. So in the electrons எல்லாமே என்ன ஆகும், emit ஆயிடும். Okay, so it comes out of this metal. Okay, and this type of emission is known as a thermionic emission. So thermionic, therm is what, because of the heat the ion is being emitted, and so this is called as thermionic emission. Clear? So when a metal is heated to a high temperature, the free electrons on the surface of the metal get sufficient energy, and that is in the form of what, thermal energy, so that they are emitted. So it gets emitted, okay, in the form of from the metallic surface. From the metallic surface it is being emitted, and so this is called as a thermionic emission. Okay, so clear with what is the thermionic emission? Yes, and in this, the intensity of the thermionic emission, that is the number of electrons emitted, that depends only on the metal used and its temperature. So what metal we are using and what is the temperature that is being supplied, based on that is the intensity, how much the electrons is being emitted. Clear? So the examples are cathode ray tubes, electron microscopes, and x-ray tubes. Okay, what are the examples? Cathode ray tube, electron microscope, and x-ray tubes. Clear? So next we have the field emission. So in this field emission, the electric field emission occurs when a very strong electric field is applied across a metal. So when you are applying with a very strong electric field. So first, thermionic emission, it is due to what? Because of the heat. Okay, now field emission is due to the, because of the electric field which you are applying across the metal. Okay, and this strong field pulls the electron and helps them to overcome the surface barrier. So because of the strong field, what happens, the surface barrier is being broken, and so the electron is, it is coming out of it. Okay, example we can say it as the field emission scanning of the electron microscope and the field emission display. So these are all the examples of field emission. So field emission is nothing but the emission because of the electric field it is happening, then that is a field emission. Okay, then next one is photoelectric emission. Okay, so this is because of the electromagnetic radiation. Okay, so when an electromagnetic radiation of suitable frequency is incident on the surface of the metal. Okay, so this is a radiation, and if it is incident on the surface, what happened, the energy is transferred from the radiation to the free electron. So in the radiation free electrons the energy transfer ஆகும். Hence the free electrons get sufficient energy. So all these free electrons will get lot of energy and the photoelectric emission take place. Okay, because of this the photoelectrons will be emitted and the number of photoelectrons emitted depends on the intensity of incident radiation. So எவ்வளோ இன்டென்சிட்டியோட நம்மளுக்கு ரேடியேஷன் ஃபாலோ ஆகுதோ அவ்வளோ அளவுக்கு நம்மளுக்கு என்ன ஆகும் electrons will be emitted. Okay, so example photodiodes and photoelectric cells. Okay, photoelectric cells are based on this concept. When light is coming and falling on that, the electrons are emitted. Okay, so that is a function of the photoelectric emission. Clear? Then the last one is the secondary emission. Okay, so this is when a beam of fast moving electron strikes the surface of the metal, the kinetic energy striking the electrons is transferred to free electrons. Okay, so this is a high speed electron. When high speed electron is striking the target, that is a metal, then that also makes this electron to come out of it. Okay, so before this we saw with photoelectric emission, there we have just seen with the electromagnetic radiation. Okay, so here we are seeing the high speed electron. That is the only difference before and this condition. Okay, there we have seen with the electromagnetic radiation, here is a high speed electron. Thus the free electrons get sufficient energy so that secondary emission occurs. Okay, so this is mainly used in the image intensifiers, photo multiplier tubes, etc. Clear?